Mr. Oliver, thank you for having me back on your show. They so rudely interrupted us last night. I hope Wanda doesn't mind me talking to you and being on your show and sitting this close to you. But we have only a very limited time because there's a rat that lives under my refrigerator and he comes out when the lights are off. So, did you supply the Kleenex? Thank you. What do you think of this statement, Mr. John Oliver? What context do you believe that it is? I'll wait forever, just stay alive. What do you think what does that mean to you? I'll wait forever, just stay alive. Define how they're waiting. Mind, body, soul. Lower regions included. Children. Puppies, kitties. I wanted to thank you again for my Kleenex. The Scottish make really good toilet paper and tissue paper. I wanted to tell you, I think sometimes people think I'm very stuck in the 90s, or stars are people, the music from the 90s or the past, or stars from the 90s, or people right now in that 50s, 60s generation. Why is that? I think in middle school and high school, somebody casted people that were like me, like actually like me, you know, people that had and I hope they are not offended if I speak openly about this, like Rivers Cuomo had surgery done on his leg to extend his leg. He's one of my favorite musicians. Tom York. Someone brought this up to me. I never even thought about it or noticed it. He has presbyopia in one of his eyes, and he's one of my favorite musicians. And I didn't know till 2022 that Ryan Adams had his ear was missing a lobe, and he's one of my favorite musicians. And I now know that someone in the 1990s casted people that were like me, and I think their music is better because they understand what it's like to be different and to struggle. And they're some of my favorite musicians and people. When I realized Mr. Adams was missing that part of his ear, I thought he was even more beautiful than I'd ever could imagine. I do feel like better music was made back in the early 2000s and 90s, and I think whoever was running my life or the show was purposefully casting not just musicians but actors, but people that were similar minded to me, either in race or disability, and I think some of the best music came about because of that. And I'm proud of my family for casting those people, and I forever think it's some of the best music that's ever been made, from Radiohead, and that's the only one regret I've ever had in my life, is not staying for the show. That's a big regret. But Radiohead and Weezer and Ryan Adams and others. But I think actors that still, even in the 80s and 90s, they casted actors to be, I guess, a part of our show that were either Native American descent or Latin or Hispanic. Like Mr. Johnny Depp or Joaquin Phoenix. Sorry, I'm just coughing because I'm coughing. And people that were even Brad Pitt, you know, on sides of didn't have a lot, you know, in the 2000s with our show, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, were people that didn't have rich families, people that were sincerely like me. and then all of a sudden that morphed into something very ugly and toxic, to Miley Cyrus on a stage humping a teddy bear almost half naked. You know, I don't know what changed from there, but I sincerely feel very close to those men and see beauty and nostalgia because I feel close to them. And I think it's because they know what it's like to have little, or to see that. My favorite music is music from people that have struggled. And I think my father would agree with that, and my mother. So I am proud to have those individuals represent me, if that's what they were doing. No, Mr. Oliver, I'm always confused who's working in my life. I'm assuming Mr. Tarantino works in my life, and can now see some of the things he enjoys has been part of my life, like anime. Sorry, I'm sick. I don't know who really cares about me, Mr. Oliver. Wouldn't that be so frustrating to you? Because everyone's been either casted to be me or casted to pretend to like me or love me, and I don't know who is real or really feels feelings for me. And to know that my bestest friend in the entire world, Leslie, could have been Brad the whole time. I don't know if that's true, if she is Brad or not. My bestest, most dearest, kindest friend I did have the same sense of humor. If that is really Brad, I don't know. But I now know I am sick, and I do every day I pray that my life gives meaning to people, that I want to complete this journey and do it for people like me that are sick or needy.